Hello everyone, let's go ahead and start a new expedition. So, looks like we're looking at Rageborne as our first nemesis. Our mages are Jian, Nim, Lost, and Taqren. Jian has the ability to get an extra Aether for gems. Nim has the ability to mill out the nemesis and get 2 Aether with his signature card. Lost can upgrade his cards over time with his Forge. And Taqren can let his allies draw cards and has a special 4 breach that heals up Gravehold. In terms of the supply, we're looking at Lurking Cyanite, Bristwood Amber, Clouded Sapphire, Caged Fire, Vim Dynamo, Combustion, Fatal Harmony, Feral Lightning, and Scrying Bolt. So immediately what I'm looking at in the supply is I want to hit 5 Aether as consistently and as quickly as I can and just start spamming Fatal Harmonies. I don't think that it gets a whole lot better than that. So Lost isn't... Nim isn't really my favorite mage. He is just very weak with his ability and his breaches don't make up for it. Being in these pretty poor positions. He has a decent signature card that just lets him get extra Aether. And there is something to be said about just using his Cinder as 2 Aether and just ignoring his ability outright. The reason I don't like his ability is because I never plan on really milling out the Nemesis. I want to win on damage, which is a lot safer than risking it on the tier 3 cards, which tend to be pretty nasty. So Jian also has an issue here in that there's no 4-cost gems for her to pick up, but it's not really that bad for her. We have Caged Fire, which works pretty well with a high spark mage, letting them destroy all their sparks with ease. So I'm going to avoid Lost because Lost's playstyle is very straightforward and very linear. And I'm going for Taqren and Jian. Essentially, Lost wants to just keep on cycling his Heartforge every single turn and not buying any cards, which just isn't a very fun pattern. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with Taqren. So if we let Jian draw a card here, that could be really good. We could potentially get a turn 2 Clouded Sapphire, which isn't bad. It is not bad. I think what we're going to do here is I'm going to pick up this early Vim Dynamo and try and use that to hit 5 Aether with Fatal Harmonies. Now, I don't really love any of these options. Lurking Cyanite, Bristwood Amber isn't awful unless we hit 5 Aether next turn, so I guess I'll do that. I could have hit 6 Aether, but I think I prefer to take the Fatal Harmony over the Clouded Sapphire. I also get 1 damage on the boss, which is worth something. Alright, boss is finally taking a turn. Just an Unleash and 3 damage, so nothing you have to worry about here. Alright. We're going to let Jian draw her card, so now she has a Fatal Harmony in there. And here, I'm just going to open up my 2 breach. Keep my options nice and open. Okay, we get a Provoker. No big deal, really. 1 damage will go here, and 1 at the Nemesis, because I'm planning to kill the Provoker with that Fatal Harmony. I don't mind focusing my 3 breach as Jian, since her getting her 3 breach open is really good, as she's a 4-spark mage. Alright, we get a Banesire. That thing needs to die. Against increased difficulty Rageborne, only losing 1 Fury token instead of 3, it becomes very important to just clean out these minions before they become an issue. So we're just going to throw everything at it. It might be a bit wasteful to do that, but I'd rather kill it than risk getting another Unleash. Yep. So someone's going to take 3 damage here. I don't really mind who it goes to. this point. Okay. So I'm not going to cast this. I'm just going to have Taqren draw some cards. And we're going to pick up this Fatal Harmony. So now both mages have Fatal Harmonies, which is really good. Okay. Now we can let Jian draw another card, which makes her next turn very good. I can actually have her draw more cards, but that feels a bit redundant at this moment. Alright. We're going to have even more card draw coming out here. And we're going to pick up a Fatal Harmony. Now, I think that this Vim Dynamo's got to go soon. Okay, we're going to happily discard that for 3 more damage on the boss. And cast that. And let's take a Cage Fire. Just keep the life flowing a bit longer here. The alternative of focusing the 3 breach or getting a charge, not really a big fan of either. Okay. So we have Taqren go down even lower, which, honestly, not even that bad. I'm going to have Taqren take the damage, and now Taqren's going to start destroying these Vim Dynamos. Okay, this is actually fantastic. So we're going to have Jian draw a card, and we're going to deal 7 damage to the Nemesis with another Fatal Harmony. And, like, Fatal Harmony is just so strong. We're going to give the life to Taqren and pick up another, you guessed it, Fatal Harmony. Alright, so now we've emptied out the Fatal Harmony pile, which is great. Really good start. So now we have a choice between a charge and a gem. So the gem here let me open up my 3 breach next turn, so I'll take it. I'm not happy about it, mind. But getting this 3 breach open is going to be real nice. So now we know for a fact that the Nemesis is going to get 3 Nemesis tokens in this next turn. It's unfortunate to get that 50-50 RNG Rageborne. You'll see what it is. So we know for a fact they're going to play this card, right? It's going to unleash 3 times. And that's just going to cause a lot of strikes. The next 3 Nemesis turns, including this one, it's just going to strike, strike, and strike. Alright, strike again. Okay. And, well, we can kill that minion, which is fantastic. Definitely never going to complain about getting these minions down sooner than later. So now's a question of, do I want to get 2 charges or a Vim Dynamo? Because I want my deck to cycle as fast as I can, and I don't think I want to spend health to draw cards, I'm just going to pick up some charges. The charges are really good with Fatal Harmony, so I don't really mind it. Okay, so here I'm just going to destroy this for life, and pick up another Caged Fire. It's not a bad expenditure of Aether there. Obviously, there's more impressive things you could be doing. But can't get everything. So here I have an actually pretty interesting option. Instead of casting this normally, I could double cast it, cycling both of those Fatal Harmonies back in. And that's just a lot of damage. I'm going to go for it. Let's see how fast we can kill the Nemesis here. Yeah. Straight up absurd quantities of damage being pumped out here. Yeah. 11 health on this Needle Maw. Very scary. So here I'm actually going to take the Vim Dynamo, because I'm a lot less impressed by Taqren's ability than I am with Jian's ability. So I'd rather get the healing here. Alright. I'm going to take 3 damage on this. And as you can see, this is why the 3 breach is really great for Jian, because it just lets her keep these sparks up here and not really have to worry about anything. In regards to her deck feeling awkward. Because she starts with 4 spells in her deck, picking up more spells gets really difficult if you're not opening up a breach, and it also gets to double dip on the black mirror if she ever activates it. There's just a lot of really nice things about it that aren't like immediately obvious. Okay, so we're getting Scorn, which is bad. So let's just plink that one down. Alright, so now's the question, do I destroy this spark or do I gain 2 life? I think I'm going to destroy this spark. And here, I'm just going to pick up the charge. I think I'm done picking up cards this game. I'm going to go for the win. Alright, we're going to have more Gravehold damage here. Yeah, this is really rough. I don't really want to keep taking more Gravehold damage, so I will be killing off these minions. So let's do 5 damage there. 4 damage here. 5 damage here. 4 damage here. Okay, and another charge. Yep, these minions have been wiped out. So now do I draw 2 cards for someone? Drawing 2 cards to give 2 Fatal Harmonies to Jian? Ugh. As much as I don't want to take more damage. Well, Gravehold's low, and that's just like a game-ending amount of damage there. That's really good. So here, I could take 2 charges and start focusing something. May as well. Okay, more life. And a charge. Okay, so that's something that is definitely worth paying off if we can. Okay, this is fantastic, actually. So let's have Taqren draw these cards and get all these Fatal Harmonies prepped. Maybe I can just get away with not doing that, actually. Because keeping this Fatal Harmony in hand means that Jian will be able to use her Fatal Harmonies more effectively. So let's actually give Jian some life here, and just hold on to one. Which really won't be bad at all. So I'm going to let this power actually resolve. My reason for that is, again, I'm going for the victory here. So instead of like spending my charges on that, I would rather just use my charges to pump out more damage. So yeah, that's just a lot of damage coming out of nowhere there. Really great stuff. Yep, we get a Cauterizer. So, yeah, Cauterizer is worth pinging a couple times. Doesn't hurt. And now, on my next Taqren turn, we should be able to win the game. So let's just charge up just in case. So now we can win on anyone's next turn. And yeah, victory is mine. Okay. 1 fight down. Yeah, so that's Rageborne. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.